Now, as far as Mr. Sharp's deviancy, first of all, let me ask you guys. Now, I have a couple of Shays in my phone number list from over the years. Ain't none of them men. I have had one male friend named Shay. Shout out to Shay, he was a cinematographer in one of my movies. But his name was spelled C-H-E. He was named after Che Guevara. So his name was Che. Like, that was his legal name. I've never, that I can think of, Shay is not a name. Maybe it's down south or something. I mean, like, and believe me, I'm highly familiar with African-American names. I mean, in elementary school, I would have 2 Martells, 2 D'Angelos in the same class at the same time. Can't think of any Shays off the top of my head. And Shay Shay, in fact, I have a young lady in my phone under Shay Shay, and she was born a young lady, remains a young lady, but is a young lady. I can't imagine a guy telling me his name was Shay Shay. I certainly wouldn't lock his number in my phone. Let's get to that. Zip with the drip. Shout out to Zip with the drip. But yeah, all jokes aside, like, do you know any men named Shay? They call themselves Shay. Shay Guevara don't count. The Cuban revolutionary, if you don't know who that is. And then second part of the question, do you know any Shay Shays? Now, and I'm just talking about crazy stuff on YouTube because it makes money. I mean, it's mildly interesting, I guess, people's public deviancy. You know, a lot of people like having sex. I'm sure lots of celebrities or just whoever, everybody does some wild stuff. Why does stuff only come out about certain people? I think there's a set of people that's part of the thrill. See, the down low brother phenomenon, I think that probably part of that is the thrill of that. It's the sex, but that you also, it's the risk, I might get caught. It's like committing a crime. So the act itself is fun, plus, is someone going to catch us? So here you have a guy, they took it off the internet, but on one of them sports shows, people are saying that he was bragging about how he likes to interface with a woman in a manner that causes her to have to go to the restroom. Not once, but twice, if you catch my drift. Now, first of all, to talk about that on like a YouTube interview is bizarre. So you're a deviant. I mean, listen, and I'm fairly wild, but like, it's one thing to do stuff, but then to talk about it in front of strangers, that's what I find like weird, and it makes all the men seem gay. There's one thing to do whatever while some of women, I mean, not really anything, but I ain't saying that, but wanting other men to know about it. Like even that, a lot of these criminals, guys I know that I'm friends with, maybe they were in prison, they wrote a book, or even guys who weren't and wrote a book about their life, their gangster life. A lot of them will have these for some odd reason, they'll put these real graphic sexual, well, the guys in prison, I get it. They're probably going through some fantasy thing. I stopped reading. Like, I can't read about, I don't want any knowledge of your penis, it's strange that a man would talk about this stuff to strangers, male strangers at that. And of course, all this stuff with Shannon is involving, there's a lot of ANAL, SEX, and of course, after he was being called GAY, there was the leaked phone where he was accidentally recorded himself having sex, which seemed kind of bizarre. And still, I go back to, don't forget my task for you today. Shay Shay. any men named Shay, not Shay Guevara. And if you're called Shay or Shay Shay, cool, and you're not gay. I'm just saying I haven't. I'm not trying to put that on nobody. It just seems odd to me. I've met Shays and Shay Shays, and they were, off the top of my head, they're 100% women. And the Shay Shay, like a man calls himself Shay, I'm sure that probably exists, but Shay Shay. And so Shannon has a child. He had an African-American wife who has him in court for some abuse charges as well herself. They divorced. So this isn't his first allegation of getting rough with women, and Shannon may have put himself in a bad position legally by the girl who sounds very manipulative just from the tone of her voice. So he's naive to have even got mixed up with her. He's